All right, everybody, this is another one. All right, today was a pretty good day overall. We got some wins, we got some losses, but this one kind of stood out to me. This one is in the tier 10 steel ship, Incapable. I said that wrong. Incomparable. I don't know why I say incomparable. But yes, the British battle cruiser. But what makes this battle cruiser different from everything else from the traditional line is 20-inch guns. These are pretty much Shikishima guns. This is one of 3 ships. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty confident there's only 3 ships in the game that has 20-inch shells, and those are going to be the Shikishima, Satsuma, and then Incomparable. The difference is, I think the Hanover is 2, but I'm not quite certain, so someone can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty certain for those 3 are right now. The difference between the Comparable and the other ones is those are legit battleships. Like, this is a battle cruiser. The HP is way lower. The armor is not there. This ship is super long, as you can tell. Another thing that's noticeable too is that the rudder, it takes a minute to turn, right? But one of the great strengths of this ship, other than the 20-inch guns, is its concealment, 10.6. This is absolutely perfect when you want to sneak up on certain battleships or cruisers that ain't paying attention. Cruiser's coming over here. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't go for the petrol, right? Because I'm looking, I was like, he beached and he just, I don't know, maybe the petrol like just shot all him down. Petrol got pretty good AA. We built into it and you got defensive AA going on. We're coming out here to the flank, right? It's only us 3 so far. The tier 9 Italian DD, Adrico, and Petro myself. I see the Baltimore, and okay, I'm trying to aim my shot on this Baltimore. I overmatch him everywhere. It doesn't really matter where I land. I'm gonna overmatch. This is one of those learning lessons as well throughout the matches. You're gonna see me having some pretty bad shots, and it's mostly my aim, not the ship, but me. I see that, and I see the Richelieu and Persians out there, and of course they're gonna shoot at me. And I'm perfectly processed. I was kind of blessed that nothing bad to me. Like, I should have not been alive. Look at them, inches away from my citadels, literally inches away. Like, it blew my mind how close I was to near death in the beginning of the thing. So we fire at the Persian once again. I'm looking at my aim and I overled. I'm still trying to figure out these this Persian, right? As you play with a certain type of ship, like, it's still, because I was playing Puerto Rico mostly through the day. So I'm used to those lofty shells, but these are a little faster, and yeah, I'm just not making it here. I see this Neptune and I'm like, oh my god, I am absolutely on Merc with this Neptune, right? Look at him playing slow, he's slowing down. I aim my shots, this should be decent. I was thinking he was gonna keep going just a tad, but it looked like he made a full stop, so that's me being silly, not making it happen. So right here, this is where I got a little tunnel vision. I was like, dang, I really want to get this Neptune. He started going backwards. I'm like, okay, not a problem. Seems because I'm protected by this island in front of me, I'm gonna have another shot. He took some torps from the sub and he went dark, unfortunately. I'm like, no, this can't happen. After that, my focus pretty much changed from mid to all the way A. Now you look at the mini-map, you see the Baltimore and the Bismarck way down there, and it makes you question positioning. At first, I wasn't feeling so hot about it because it was like, oh my goodness, we're being too passive. What is going on? So we do recognize there's 3 ships over here: Richelieu, Persia, and Baltimore, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this. Maybe the CV was harassing them and pushed them back far. I just didn't understand. First thing, our sub did pretty much lose out to the Vermont. So I'm changing targets. I'm looking at this Richelieu. And boom, solid. That's 4 pins for 18,000. I noticed I was about to hit the border, so I started turning my ship immediately around and started turning my guns around as well. While this was happening, this is what really upset me because I missed an opportunity, and you're gonna see it too. It's like, oh man, you had an opportunity. You see the Persian right here, and I aim a little too far ahead. Right, he's slowing down. Look at that Baltimore. I don't know if you caught it. That Baltimore is super broadside. Unfortunately, I was in mid-turn and my guns still haven't turned out. It's one of those moments where I feel like I'm going to risk it. Because that Baltimore do not deserve to stay alive. Look at him. Look at him. You don't need to really see that he's looking at him. My goodness. I'm like, oh, I'm getting excited. I fire because he's moving up. This is looking good, right? You see where my crosshair is at. and I'm like, oh, this is nice, and overpins. I'm like, no way. I was like, okay, maybe the last shell hit. Nope, I went over. He went in. He turned in. And I was like, this can't believe. Like at first I was like, this is gonna be a bad game. My shots are not landing. I don't know what's going on. But it's alright, man. The one thing that I did learn about playing this particular game and just the game itself is patience. You know, you're not always gonna hit those death strikes. You're not ever gonna hit those perfect shots when it matters, right? Sometimes the shots you fire is just gonna be off, and you know, you sometimes just gotta adjust. So the person is well angled, so I'm trying to, you know, make my shots a little upper deck, upper structure, because he's pretty well angled. Even with 20 shells, I'm pretty certain that these will bounce. But right here, he made a mistake, and he is making a mistake. He's turning broadside. So I decide to get all my guns and try and get that broadside too. I see that he's still turning away, so I'm gonna aim a little higher because I'm expecting him to turn away. I don't want to aim at the water line and just like miss, right? So the shell's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, fortunate, right? Only one solid pin, the rest is open. Baltimore's still alive. That still irritates me. I did pretty decent angling away. Incomparable has great speed, but the rudder is atrocious. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a battleship and it's super long, so it takes a moment to turn that sucker around. So right now we're down 3 ships to 2. They have 2 caps. It doesn't look good. Here, this is where I do find sometimes struggle in battleships where like they're angled like that and I'm not aiming right. I only got 1 pin and 2 non-pins. Now mind you, I only have 6 guns and 3 turrets. So right there I kind of lucked out because I was kind of broadside to him. The person does have 18-inch guns, so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the Bismarck's way behind me, right? Petro's right there doing his battling thing. She still can do it, right? Vermont, I mean, it just doesn't look well for our team, right? I'm losing by a ship and losing by the cap, but it's one of those things you just keep on playing. Don't let frustration get to you. So here we are. I'm looking at the person. He took a torp, but you see how he's riding that border? I was like, oh, it throws off through shots. I'm kind of expecting him to wait that way. He's like sliding on ice right now. And I aim where the best I believe he was gonna be at, and not bad salvo, right? So here we are. We're gonna go around, and I'm looking at the Baltimore now. Once again, remember 20-inch shells, it overmatched every single thing. Here, I'll admit that I got pretty reckless because I'm like broadside to everybody. And the reason why I kept sending broadside is because I see the petrol. I wanted to turn, but the petrol is like in my way. So I fire the shots at the Baltimore and bow in, but it doesn't matter because once again, you overmatch everything, right? That's 11K. Just need 1 more shot. Ask the petrol for help. He fires his shots, and unfortunately, he was not firing at the Baltimore. Don't leave it to me. I gotta be the one to finish off the Baltimore. Baltimore's trying his best to reverse, and he keeps reversing. I just need 1 shell to land, just 1. And we're down 4 ships to 2. Baltimore finally takes a shot. He missed, but looking for me, I did not. That's our first kill. So we see the person way on the distance. I already put my spotter plane up, so I had the distance to cover. So I'm trying to get him like pretty broadside. Once again, I'm broadside. So, but good thing for me, like I said, my concealment protects me. This is where I missed the opportunity as well. The crew is being chased down by Akazuki and Neptune, and I'm like, oh, this could be an easy kill, but I failed to realize that he was moving pretty fast. I thought they was gonna take care of him, so I was gonna turn my targets away to the Richelieu, but alright, cool. Are you not finishing him off? Like, what's happening? Like, do I really need to fire? Because this is where I was hesitant. It's like, I want to fire someone else, but it's like, oh, don't tell me the crew is gonna like survive out there. Me, once again, tunnel vision, just simply like, oh, allowed that to happen. Got hit, but like first we have a super here on this ship. It's one of the things I keep thinking myself. I get tunnel vision, like I'm always in the binoculars view and not just looking around what's going on around me, right? Even though I'm looking at me. Talking about the meeting, look where we at. So it's 4 ships, 4, but they have all 3 caps, so we got to make some moves. Here's Richelieu, and he's pretty broadside. So we're looking at him as the next potential target, and right here, I think, yeah, he started to heal up, and this might be a little cheap kill, but we need to get these ships off the board. We're already losing, right? But like for us, bam, now we just turned it around. It was 4-4, but now we're up. on 6 ships to 4. Now, unfortunately, they still have 3 ships, and looking at me, man, our Hercules being chased down by the sub and the DD. Once again, lack of paying attention, I got smacked up a bit by the Thunder. So I moved away. I'm letting the burn on the fire just do its thing because I have a superhero left. 35 seconds. So like, I'm not worried. I'm gonna heal all that back up. Here I decided just to help out and focus down on Vermont. One of those moments where it's like we're so far behind everyone, it just seems like we're still losing, which we technically are. Here we go. We see the Thunderer coming around, and it's like, oh, so that's what I need to focus on. So I'm here. I don't see the Vermont. I'm gonna focus on the Thunderer. Petro is doing some good chip damage on him, and right here is one of those moments where like, what am I doing? But I finally decided to just focus on the Thunderer, and all that time wasted, I just simply it wasn't good stuff at all. But don't worry, it will get better. Starting right about now. So you see the Neptune, right? The Neptune we couldn't kill off earlier, he's back. And I'm like, oh, we gotta take care of this guy. We already missed opportunity the first time when he was broadside. We missed opportunity when it was the Baltimore. We can't miss this opportunity with the Petrol. Who he was taken out a while ago, but he still has fighters up. Boom. Here's the Neptune. I expect him to move up. I fired a little bit mid of the center. Yep, he's starting to move up. Right, the crew missed his drop badly, and Death Strike. Oof. Make them pay. Make them pay. Right. At this point, I decided, okay, we're up on ships, but I'm going to be aggressive, right? Because it's one of those moments where you are frustrated throughout the game, but lucky things turned out in your favor, and you want to get that win. So you're coming in, and this is where, okay, this is it. I'm tired of just being patient, hanging around the back. I'm going to push in. So we're pushing in, I'm trying to get some shots on the Thunderer. He keeps going in and out. Trying to figure out what he was going to do. Was he going to cut away? Was he going to A? At first, I thought he was going to A, but he committed to B. But then still, I was like, okay, cool. Is he going to go around the island in front of me? Or is he going to go the other side of the island where, towards the A side? Here, I didn't realize he had a pretty well angle on me. His back turret, the Vermont's back turret, it was free to actually fire on me. Right, and I'm only spotted only because that his plane is up, and there he is. Boom! Nearly took me out. Thunder's coming in. I'm like, what did I get myself into? Well, I'll tell you what I got myself into. I got myself into a situation where I'm just gonna keep going through it, fighting under fire. Right? I fire at the Thunderer and Citadel. 3 pins, 34,000 salvo. When you make moves like that, it feels nice. You know what I mean? I see the Vermont coming in, launch my torps, right? And I know at this point, I'm gonna die. Vermont's gonna come out, we have his guns facing me. It's time to make some moves. I fire at the Thunder, turn my back guns towards the Vermont. His guns are already on me. I'm waiting for my back to land. Right, bam, right there, nearly alive. Once I got overpinned, fire again, and bam, back in unleash, and a nice double strike. So there was a little fun moment right there. I took the chance and it worked out. I might have died, but it was okay. But at this point, it was just one of those videos where I felt like, just don't, when things are not going your way, you're missing shots, the team is losing, don't give up. Right? You never know when the team can come back, right? I know when people see when ships are behind, like really behind, far away from the cap, grouped up, being passive, it could be frustrating, right? It can be one of those moments where you think, man, this is gonna be another loss, but that's where frustration comes in, and then you start making sense of things. You start making the right plays or think logically, right? Still playing your game. Don't let emotion get to you, right? When emotion gets to you, that's when it takes a hold of you, right? I've seen plenty of people who are great players, but teammates act whatever, something happens, they're not having a good game, RNG, and then all of a sudden they just be like, oh my goodness, this is all gonna be a terrible game, this is gonna be a loss. Don't be like that right now. The rest of the game is really just us chasing down the Persian. So, you know, our teammates did a really good job. But I just wanted to show this particular video because, like I said, in the beginning, it wasn't looking so good. We were missing shots, we missed opportunities, we were showing broadside, we got hit hard, teammates were behind. But then things were turning around. Teammates started making the right plays. We started helping out. We started, I wouldn't say communicating because I wasn't typing to nobody, but we started working together. As you see, like what I saw as a target, they saw as a target as well. And then at the end, we just simply made some, you know, some nice little moves here and there, and that got us, you know, a nice highlight at the end. I hear person taking a beating right now from the Yamato, from the Petro, from Bismarck, from everybody, and that's the end of the game. Hopefully you like what you saw. If you do, please check me out on Twitch at Gino, or correction, at Nunez Gino Streamer, right? Please, if you do like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and until the next one, have a blessed day.